it looks extremely big. Yeah,
almost 70 grams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks extremely big.
Exactly. So,
Wow.
but you can see these ones here are the young.
That's a young badges. Yeah, you can. It's small.
But yet still, this size is better than the imported
It's still
size.
big, of course. One thing I said, I always say that, why do we have all this land and why do we have to import common egg? Why? What is that? I came here 2018, and I was talking to someone, one Lebanese guy that I asked, where did you get your eggs? He said, we import it. Why do we have to import eggs?
I think for me, there's two things. Because, I was in, poultry industry when I was in Europe. Yeah. So for me, what I think is, when the birds just start laying, they are not in the project.
Kwaminat TV, promoting African businesses home and abroad. Kwaminat TV, the best and the only way to sell your brand to the world. Kwaminat TV, promoting African business.
So welcome to Kwaminat TV again, and today we have a plan. We know what we are going to do. We are going to a certain farms, poultry farms, to hype them, to see what they are doing, and also to know that Africans, we always say that Africans, we need to feed ourselves. So this is part of it. We need to go into agriculture. That is what we have been forgetting. We don't go into it. We just import and import. Can you imagine that sometimes we even import eggs, chicken, all those things from China? Why? We have so many things that we could do in our own country, in our own continent, but we don't do it. Ibrahim is with us. He's going to take us today around. So keep watching Kwaminat TV. Let's update you. And as I said, anywhere in Africa is a place to be. So far as you are over there and you haven't stepped your foot in Africa, the continent, the motherland, I'm talking about the diasporas, the African Americans, the African descendants all over, or African diasporas, those who were from here and they moved back. Come, invest in farming. Farming is one of the great things to do because people eat every day. It's something that you cannot go out with it. That is why we promote African businesses, home and abroad. Welcome to Kwaminat TV again. Today I'm here in a special place. As I said, we are coming to Gambia. And we are in Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa. If you can see this gentleman sitting down here, he's laughing. He's smiling. This is what we see in Gambia always.
Yeah, it's a smiling coast.
Yeah, you see. So I'm here today with Mr.
Lalo Minte.
Yeah,
at Minte Poultry Farm.
Minte Poultry Farm. Minte is a poultry farmer. And poultry or agric is what will take Africa to the next level. So when we travel everywhere, as you do it, that we always want to promote every African business, but poultry is one of our main project or main thing to do to encourage people to come into poultry. Whatever you are in the world, if you're African descender, come back to Africa and do something on the continent. So, sir, you say you've traveled before?
Yes, I've traveled before.
What inspired you to become a poultry farm in your own country? Just tell us this history.
Yeah, I was, working with farmers before. where I was lucky enough to be the section of, at the poultry. So I've been working there for a while. So then from there, I get inspired.
In here in the Gambia or outside?
No, outside in Italy.
Okay, so then let's start from how you went to Italy and just in a brief, and how you get to work over there.
Yeah, well, I went to Italy through backway.
Yeah, to hustle.
Yeah, to hustle.
Just like the way we all hustle.
Exactly, yes, to hustle. Yeah. So I was there when I was very young because I just, from grade 9, then I traveled to Italy, to Turkey, then Italy.
Oh, wow.
So then I've been in Italy for almost 18 to 19 good years.
Wow.
So, but, fortunately, I was somehow lucky enough to work with a boss who is very helpful in terms of psychologically and motivational. Because, when I was working under him, he always come to me, Minty, it's better you go back to Africa.
Wow.
And
the Italian boss?
Italian boss, yes. He always tell me it's better you go back to, Africa and back into poultry business.
What do you think your boss was telling you? What did he see in you?
No, he saw in me that, I don't cheat, when I'm working, from my heart. So, because, there are a lot of migrants, working under him. Some always say that, you understand, just for a job.
Yeah,
yeah, but, from the start, me, if I work, pure-heartedly. I will give always 100%. He showed that determination in me. He said, if you stand your own, you can be easily successful because, you work hard. Yeah. So then luckily, he take me to, poultry section. At that poultry, then fortunately, from where I started, I was almost one of the outstanding workers, among all his work because he have different sections, piggery, goats, sheep, cows, a lot. You see? So from there also, I also start, get interested in poultry business. So when I come back to Africa, then was 2017, if I can remember. So there was nothing like poultry in the poultry business in Gambia. There's no commercial poultry farm, and there was so high demand on it as well. So eggs. I said, look, yes, eggs and meat as well. I said, wow, and I have an idea about this. Then there's a opportunity in this in Gambia.
That's right.
Yes. But, I have, tried several times, I couldn't make it.
That is the challenges.
That is the challenges, serious challenges. So then, finally, when I decided to stay, I said, look, to adapt that environment, I think I have to go from the grassroots, which I felt that, school might be the ideal. Okay. Then I went back to school, with a very low profile. I tried to adjust myself into the environment. Then, try to manage a lot of things. Because as a teenager, being in overseas for almost 18, 19 years, I'm coming back to stay here.
And start going to school again.
So, it's not easy, but...
As a burger.
Yeah, exactly, as a burger, exactly, yeah, I know, I understand. You see, but I believe that is the stepping stone.
Okay.
So from then, since 2016, I finally stay in the Gambia. Then immediately when I was going to school, I was also trying to, build my poultry business. I started at, Sokoto Nema.
Sokoto Nema.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
But that becomes a residential. Then
it's a busy area.
Very busy. It becomes a residential area. Gradually, I decided to, take it as a serious business.
Very good.
Yeah. So here we are at Tujerem Bunkili. Then I started, purchasing this land. Then, even here, 3 years ago, here was totally bushy. There was no residential here. I thought that, maybe in next 10, 20 years, before people start coming.
And now?
But now, look at it, people start coming, living around,
Because I saw when we were coming.
Yeah. You see? So, being a diaspora, being overseas and coming back to Africa to, stay, it has a lot of challenges.
When you came first, we will go to the farm.
Yeah.
But now, when you came first,
Yeah.
your story is very interesting, and I think it's going to encourage other people outside, and mostly the African youth, and also the diaspora and the African descendants that been in America or Jamaica or wherever
Yeah.
for years, and they want to come back to Africa.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
Definitely.
With your story, I think it will encourage someone, it will educate someone. At the same time, some people may also disagree with this, which it is normal.
Yeah.
What makes you like feel like no, even my boss has said it, because you could have decided no, I'm not coming, just like other. You have a European paper, because the moment you go and come, you have
yeah,
European
I
paper.
do, yeah.
So why do you decide? No, I will still stay.
Well, since the beginning, I think every African here, the time you start, going to overseas, your aim and your objective is to coming back home. But later that changed. But always when my boss always tell me that there's no future for you here. It's better you go back to an African, be a role model. You are a hardworking boy. Yes.
He said that.
He always told me this. Maybe I'm fortunate enough to have that boss.
Wow.
You see? So that also motivates me so much.
So go home and be a role model.
Be a role model. I know you can do something better than being here.
So in one way or the other, see, the boss saw something
in me,
in you, whilst you yourself don't even know.
Yes, exactly. Because always I always ask him why. So you see, you are very, very serious, and you don't cheat when you work, and that becomes habit in you now. So whatever you embark into, you can do something better. So that also is a great motivation. So then I came back, but really it's a challenge.
A big challenge. What is the challenges when you came back beginning? What are some of the challenges that you face?
The challenge is number one, the mindset of the people. Because they always feel that Europe is like a paradise. So how can you just leave Europe and come in here? Everybody rate you high. They don't want to see you at the same class with you. So you have to start all over fresh again. So everybody want to take it from you. Instead, so that is a serious challenge. And you want to start a business. Starting a business, you have to adapt and adjust yourself in terms of management for you to grow. So, but the people will not let you, because they feel that you are a burger, you come from overseas, so you have all that money in you. You understand? So you come into in the market to compete with them, the same mindset and all those things. All those things, I think you need to start from somewhere to grow and to adapt that system. That's a serious challenge.
That's one of the serious challenges.
That was one of the serious challenges.
The second?
Yeah. Secondly, also, the environment, the working environment also was not that conducive compared to maybe in Europe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, because the people, I can't say, they are definitely, the way they grown up or the way they brought up, to work under someone or to work, that work mentality is a little bit different also, because, you being a leader of a project or whatever as a poultry farm, you have to be there all the times. You being, trusting someone to run it for you sometimes is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, that also is a major challenge. You work extra.
You work extra.
Yeah.
So the advice you give people living in Europe, what advice will you give it to them? If they open, because most of us make mistakes. I've been in the same situation before when I opened a business. And I've been so many type of businesses. The last business that I closed that I haven't gone in again was the pure water business. To sell water in a bottle and in a sachet. Yeah, I did it and I failed.
Yeah.
I failed because people you work with is the difficult, as you said.
Yeah,
The
that's
mindset of the people.
Yeah.
I feel so. Apart from trying about 2-3 business, then I stopped that one and went to different direction at all.
Mm-hmm.
What advice will you give it to people, those who want to come? Do they have to bring their money, open a business, and sit down there, or they have to come like the way you are here?
From the experience, I think you yourself have to be on board. Your hands have to be on the desk, because trusting others people to run your business for you, there's a high chance of failure, especially in Africa.
Yeah.
So I think if you want to run a business, a serious business, you have to be on the ground.
Be on the ground.
Yeah, even not the whole time, but at least once a while you come and check
Since
up
7 months.
you see.
Because
Yes.
if you come once in a while, it will be like come in 1 month.
Yeah.
And you go,
Then you go.
they will still squander the money.
Exactly, but at least you stay. You have to understand the nature of the business, and maybe a business that maybe you are even passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a high chance for you to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an opportunity here in Africa if you really, really have the passion about that particular business you really want to embark on.
Let me ask you one question. If someone is sitting down over there
Yeah,
and have seen you, your name again, please.
Lalo Minte.
Lalo.
Minte.
If someone has seen Minte again on the platform and they
Yeah.
say, oh, how the way Minte is talking, I want to come and speak to him, or I want to make collaboration with him. Is it something that you can advise, or what do you think?
No, we encourage that, because I do have a lot of diaspora, and when they come over, they try to visit me and ask for an advice. They want to run a business and all those things. For me, what I normally advise people is that if you are not ready to come and stay, it's better to look for a partnership. A partner who definitely is very passionate about what he is doing, and he knows what he is doing, and he put his own money into that particular business. Likely there's a high chance that you succeed, because that's almost an established business. But if you want to try a new business where you yourself is not on the ground, that's a really challenge.
That is really challenging.
It's a really, really challenge.
So you advise people, if they are not ready,
Yes,
either they look for a partner or they don't start at all.
exactly. Look for a partner, or maybe
A
something.
partner who is, because there are also people that come in, look for a partner, which I have some complaints like this, and before they come back again, the partners has scammed them.
Yeah.
So there's also things that are happening. That's why I'm asking you, you that I know that you are more established, and you are also a hustler.
Yeah, I'm also a hustler.
One time a hustler.
Yeah, and still, here, I'm the farm manager in this business. Most of the employees here are my mentees, or they just come for internship. They are
From other schools.
from other schools, and some they definitely want to embark into this journey as well as a profession. So they be working under me. They have their small pay, and also they are learning the profession.
Professional.
You understand?
So basically, you are training them like apprentices.
Exactly,
Yeah, okay.
because we do consultancy as well. We make training, and also we are into reality as a commercial farmer, because every day we deal with chicken meat, eggs, customers. Everything is in the reality.
Before I go forward, I want you to give your contact. Do you want to give your contact?
Oh,
Because
yes.
I want this, because before we forgot, you just give it in. In the end, we'll put it on the description. But first, give your contact, because your story is very interesting, and I think people would love to connect with you. And mostly, there's a lot of Gambians that I know in Birmingham and London and I think everywhere. And when I was coming, I came with some of them from Germany, from Berlin, and Spain. So
Exactly.
first, give your contact.
Yeah,
all your contact, all your social media handles, and give it to them.
Yeah, my WhatsApp number is 00220 2038731. 00220 2038731, and also 00220 3191496. And also, you can go to Facebook, Minter Poultry Farm, Instagram, Minter Poultry Farm, or Twitter, LinkedIn. All is Minter Poultry. If you just go to Minter Poultry Farm or Minter Poultry Farm at yahoo.com. No, sorry, Minter Poultry Farm at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, at gmail.com.
Minter Poultry Farm at gmail.com.
Yeah.
So
That's my email.
That's the email address.
Yeah, that's my
Do you have
email.
any website or not yet?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
we are looking forward.
Yeah. So, guys, the reason why I stopped the conversation for him to give his details or his contact, it is very important, because sometimes people don't watch the whole video.
Yeah.
It is very important for you to connect with Mr. Minter, so that when you watch a few of the video and you see it, then you can connect with him and speak to the person yourself. And the way I see him sitting down here smiling, I know that every conversation or every question that you have in terms of being in this poultry business, he will be able to answer you. And also, subscribe to Kwaminat TV, and also share to brothers and sisters. We need Africa to be great. And who are going to make Africa great again? It's we that are going to make Africa great again.
Very well.
So, can you take us to the field to see the birds and other things that you are doing? Is it possible?
Yeah, it is.
It is possible.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Then let's go there and come back and conclude. Yeah. So we are going to the farm.
Yeah, where our produce is.
So basically, how many times do you collect in a day?
In a day, we collect it in 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Early in 9 o'clock, then 12 o'clock, then after last collection will be 3 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the next morning again.
The next morning again.
Okay.
So here we normally pack our food. There is the main bowl.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Still here.
This section here, we have roughly like 6,200 layers.
Beds
yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are layers.
These are layers, all white layers. They are all layers. Yeah.
That's great.
So we have 2 badges here at the moment. These are the old badge.
This is
So,
an old badge.
yeah, they are almost like 80 weeks old now.
Oh, 18 weeks.
80
weeks.
80 weeks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very soon, we retire them and replace them.
So these ones are basically ready to go to market for sale. These are the hard chickens, isn't it?
Yeah, but as it is now, we expect, at least another 10, 12 weeks again to go.
Before it comes.
Yeah,
So
before
it's
it
not
comes.
going on this Christmas.
No, because normally as it is now, the percentage they are giving us, is fairly enough, 70%.
Okay.
Yeah, which that we expect from them. So, and I believe with this, situation, they can continue up to another 12 weeks.
Okay.
And also, in Gambia here, we are at our peak period of market.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. During December time.
December to April.
April, yeah.
So, it's good time. But hadn't been that, we are at the time of, summertime, then very soon we have to dispose them because, the market price will not be good.
Yeah, it will go
So,
down.
yeah, it will go down. This price will not, be, favorable. So it's better, you have to, get rid of them and replace them with new one. But as for now, we can keep them till April. Yeah.
So then they by April is like after fasting, isn't it?
Yes, after fasting. So then meaning that after fasting, because now we are planning to, replace them with a new by maybe in a month's time. because normally that our mother farm at Sukuta Nema, where we normally do our brooding before we bring them here.
Okay.
Yeah. That is very quiet, so it's not a residential area.
Okay. Yeah, I can see they are even feeling the breeze,
You
the
see,
fresh air. It makes them
Exactly.
feel,
Yeah.
and it's very spacious.
It
I
is.
think this one, this is 6,000. I think it can fit more than this.
Yes.
The capacity.
The
will be how much?
capacity, this section only, the capacity is roughly 8,000.
Okay.
But we give them more space, and also some of the modalities since the first week up to 80 weeks, some of the modalities also they have it's reducing gradually. So, but as it is 6,200. But we have the new project behind there. Maybe later we can go there.
All right.
Those are just maybe 30 weeks old. They just start laying,
All right.
and from their eggs you can see the differences.
Ah.
Yeah, the older birds, they produce the bigger egg, the
Eggs.
bigger size.
Okay.
So
and
the
new
younger
one-
ones are the size are somehow medium.
Okay. So then let's
Yeah.
go there and see.
Yeah,
see.
and also maybe you can check it from the egg size as well.
Okay. Yeah. It looks
big it
extremely big.
It's
Yeah. That's
almost
what I was
70
like.
grams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks extremely big.
exactly. So
Wow.
but you can see these ones here are the young birds.
Ah, that's
You
a
can
young
see-
badges. Yeah, you can.
you
It's
see the
small.
difference. But yet still, this size is better than
It's
the imported
still
size.
big, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
One thing I said, I always say that, why do we have all this land and why do we have to import common egg? Why? What is that? I came here 2018,
Yes.
and I was talking to someone, one Lebanese guy that I asked him, where did you get your eggs? He said, we import it. Why do we have to import eggs?
I think for me, there's two things because I was in poultry industry when I was in Europe, so for me, what I think is, when the birds just start laying, they are not in the project. They are off sale. Even for us, our first lays, we just sell them maybe $100. Is very less price. It can double this or triple. So that was not part of your project. So you give it away. So give it away price. So then, and also the industrialization. As you can see, we are into deep litter system. But our aim, if we have that financial muscles, we are also looking for more industrialization to go into a battery cake system. You can see this size, can take more than 20,000.
That's why I said
When it's,
huge.
yeah, you understand. So, but we are into deep litter system. The management, the everything is a little bit hectic, and the risk of disease also is high. You see, so
The financial
support,
support
exactly
as well,
from
probably from the government or from the banks.
it's
or
not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. But yet still, thank God, before people comes to your support here in Africa, then you have to do a lot by yourself.
You have to get up there
You have
before
to
they
get
can
up
see you.
whoever come and know that yes, this guy is already there.
Yeah.
Then it's already been
put,
established. Yeah, but a startup, nobody want to come to your support. So that's the biggest challenge.
So this is where I think brothers and sisters in diaspora has to come in.
Yeah.
Someone like you,
Yes.
you already know almost everything. You are managing it. You have been in the field.
Yes.
Not even in Africa, in Europe.
Yeah. So definitely.
So if someone over there and want
Yeah.
to be in a poultry farm business in the Gambia, he's the right person
Definitely.
to contact.
Yes, definitely. Because even here also we started from the grassroots.
Yeah, of course.
The marketing. I can remember in 2016 when we started the poultry, people don't know about these poultry eggs. Even the supermarkets, they all sell imported eggs.
Imported eggs, yeah.
So we have to start the hotels, the supermarkets, try
Talk
to
to
introduce
them.
talk to
So
them.
now we have the natural ones
We've
here.
been sent away, all those things. It was a really, really hard journey.
Yeah, I think so.
But thank God that now people are aware about this product. They know the quality is far different. If you go to the supermarket, you won't find imported eggs.
Nowadays.
Yes, and all the hotels now, they are all in for local eggs. So for us here, our biggest, competitors are not within the farmers. is the
importation.
Yeah, import eggs. So those are our biggest competitor.
So this is what we are saying that guys, we need to consume what we produce here in Africa.
Yeah.
Why will you sit down here and import eggs? Do you even know what kind of feed they feed even those birds over there?
And also
or even
medication.
know on medication.
Exactly.
And even technology.
Yes.
They can create eggs.
Of course. Yes.
China, for example.
Yeah.
They have everything and they can create anything at all.
Yeah.
So what I say. So I think we need to love what we produce and eat what Africa produce.
And also I want to add this thing. The notion of farmers are poor people. You understand?
Yes.
So whoever just come in and go in for farming. The narrative I think has changed. Especially poultry farming is money intensive.
And there's money in if you work.
There is money in it as well. If you invest money in this, definitely there's a good returns. As you can see, definitely every day, this bird consume almost like 15 to 16 bags a day. Wow. And each bag costs us like maybe $1,850 Gambian dollars. If you convert that into dollars, roughly even 60, it's roughly $32
a day.
A day. And you consume 15 to 16 bags a day.
A day. Wow.
The birds only. But yet still, their returns are good because they will give you at least from 150 to 200 crates a day or more. So there's a good returns.
Do you think when you feed them good, what do you think about feeding them? What is the let me put it this way, what is the downside of it in case the challenges that you face from the birds? What is that?
No, there are a lot of challenges in this bird, but the most important thing is that you must have the knowledge about keeping the birds.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of technicality involved in keeping the layers bird. They are very, very sensitive. Any small changes all systems goes wrong. It's just like set up a machine. You must know from day old how much gram you should give each bird. Every week you add up to they get up to maybe 30 to 35 weeks old. Like these birds here, their maximum is 105 grams per bird a day. But before they reach to that stage, from day old you have to know, and you must always observe. You must proactive all the times. You have to go there every day before I go home. You have to go to every house, check what are the abnormalities which is not normal. Then you have to act so that all those things are technicalities you need to know. But if you don't have any idea about technicality, no farm can run without a farm manager. And this farm manager
to know someone who knows
exactly
inside what it
exactly. The rest you just tell them what to do and all those things. So the farm manager must equip with some kind of basic knowledge about keeping birds.
So you as a farm manager, that is the reason why you went to school for.
Yes.
And you are managing the whole farm, so you have to come here every morning before you go out.
Almost every day I have to be here. Even if I'm not here, there's an assistant also, because most of the people here, they are here they are with me for almost 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So they are all equipped. So most of them can run even I'm
if I'm not here.
But you can see some farm, management becomes a challenge.
So management is the key.
It's a key.
Okay, let's go and see.
Yeah, because the thing is, the birds, you must understand them. You must understand. If not, the percentage they will give you, will not be profitable. This bird, they have the capability to go almost 96%. Because you also have each breed have their management guide.
Okay.
That will guide you. How much they should lay a day this week and all those things. If those are not there, then you have to adjust your management. There's something wrong about it. Yeah.
Okay.
You see? So that one is very, very important.
Roughly, how many eggs can each bird produce in a day? Roughly.
Roughly one. Yeah, because the process it takes almost.
So these groups are different?
No, this group here, these are the one which naturally the birds brood.
Okay.
They brood, they lay on eggs, they brood.
Yeah.
You understand? So those are the one we bring them here to discourage them. Because if you leave them, it will keep them almost 21 days or more before they start laying again.
Okay.
So that's not your interest.
No.
You understand?
Yeah, that's
so anyone you see start to adopt that kind of behavior, you bring them here. Here is open, no box, no hiding place, and it's very bright. You understand? So when they are discouraged, they start laying again. Then we take them back to the building. Yeah.
That is a nice trick.
Yeah. So and you can see also these laying birds. At least every week or two, you need to make calling. Unproductive birds, you need to give them away, because if not, they will be consuming without producing nothing.
All right.
You understand? So these are the new projects. These are young birds.
Okay. So these ones are how many birds in here? Well, there
Yeah.
seems to be a lot.
Here is 5,000.
5,000.
Yeah. This side is 5,000 birds.
Are they hungry? Because it looks
No,
like they are-
because you see what I've been telling you, they are very sensitive. When it's 2 o'clock, they all know that it's time for lunch.
Oh.
So they'll be calling food. You see, they are preparing to bring their lunch.
Okay.
That's why they are making noise. You see?
So the more you give them, or you give them the time, that is how they produce.
Yeah, as I said, if you overfeed them, you will not get, what you should get. They will, start, building up the fat.
But they will be lazy as well.
The eggs will be small. Some will not even lay. So you have to put them in balance. Don't overfeed them, but they shouldn't be hungry as well. You see? So that's very, very important for layer farming. Sorry.
No,
See the older ones.
Yeah, look there, they look old.
The feathers start removing.
Yeah. Removing, yeah. And these are the chicken that, these are the ones that when it goes out, it's hard chicken.
Exactly, super horn.
Super horn. Yes, super horn. Super horn.
But it's very tasty but hard.
Of course,
Yes. So
And
we sell them off at a very cheap price. But the middleman, when they come, then they give it to the consumers at that high price. But for us, we give it very, very cheap.
do you do broilers?
Yes, we do.
You do broilers?
That farm there at
In
Nema
Sokoto.
Junction.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our broiler farm. You see that building over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the broiler house, because at least it must have 100-meter distance from the layer bags.
Okay.
You understand? So that's where we do our breeding, but at a small scale, because of the community around here can also have access for the meat. Yes. So, but our broiler farm is at Sokoto Nema Junction.
All right.
Yeah, we have the capacity of roughly 3,000 there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself almost the leading poultry farmer in the Gambia. Yeah, because we have already have a plan in a project, whereas we also will have battery cake system, but at the same time we will keep this deep litter system as well, because we have the project of maybe 10,000 laying batch battery cake system. So probably within near future or next year, that one will be
Look at them.
Yeah, they are falling in. Yeah. They all need feed. Yes, they all need feed.
Wow.
Yeah, they are living in their natural life.
Fantastic. And they are free.
They are free. They have fresh air. Most important thing for birds is air.
Fresh.
You can't drink for a whole day, you won't die. You can't feed for a whole day, you won't die. But as long as you don't have air, within an hour, you are off.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why the open side windows is very important. Yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
Is it not too much open that probably a snake or something like this will go inside?
No, we never, experienced such. Because, you see this corridor, that's what we have behind us well. So, this corridor, we always keep it clean. So the snake will not, sneak in and do anything else. Because we are always around here. We are always around. We have almost 5 boys, we sleep, in the farm every day.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That is great. It's nice talking to you as well. Aside that one, how do you get your feeds and all those things? How do you get your food and?
Well, feed is challenge. Feed is the biggest challenge in poultry farming in Gambia. Yes, because unavailability sometimes it happens. You might have your money, but you won't even have feed. Especially this Russia issue, when it happens. So it even forced us, to sell almost like 3,000 to 4,000, layers. Because we can't, afford
feed them.
Yeah. So and the price is always, skyrocketing. Because every month, they add. So and feed also is very important factor in poultry business, because feed that will determine, the productivity of your birds. If you have good feed, then you have good percentage. But if you don't have good feed, my brother, you can be, killing yourself with management and all those things. They cannot, So feed is very important, for them. Yeah.
So here in the Gambia, you have to go to other poultry farmers to buy feed because you don't produce your own feed.
Yes. For now, I don't have my own feed mill. So I do go to some of the poultry farmers and buy feed. Sometimes go even, to Senegal to buy, even to Europe. If it is not, yes, we do all those things. We buy container all the way from, Holland to come. We buy feed from Senegal. So
have
it
you
depends.
Have you looked into Ghana and all those places?
Well, maybe we don't have access or contacts, about that, because for us, it's all the same.
There should be. Well, we could talk about it.
In
Ghana, there's more advanced in
poultry
products.
There's a lot. There's a lot, even some of the YouTubers, I follow in Ghana.
If you go on my platform, you see.
Okay, very well. Then I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, really. Yeah.
What advice do you have for the youth, the African youth?
Yes.
I ask this question always on my last conversation.
Yeah.
I don't do interview. I do conversation because it will give you chance to release whatever you had in you, like share it to the other people, to educate people, to advise people, or for people to encourage other people.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it can discourage other people.
Exactly.
But what advice do you have for the youth, mostly our West African youth, that go through the back door like the way we did?
Yeah.
Go through the back door to Europe now, in this present time, not in the time we went. We went years ago. What advice will you give it to them?
My advice to the youth is, the belief, the mindset, they have towards, farming, that has changed. It's not that every farmer, if you call it's poor. Because, if you tell the youth that, go to farming, they term you as their enemy because, you want them to take them to poverty. Yeah. But, no, farming now has changed. In farming, you can get more than the people in the office.
That's true.
Yes, because, I take experience for myself. What I get from this farming, all my 18, 19 years in Europe, I didn't get that. Yes.
Wow.
So then farming is a lucrative business in Africa. There is a high demand for it. You don't have to struggle, so much, to sell your product. If you've been known into it. But we all know as every startup business, there's a struggle before people start knowing you. But if you do well in anything, people come after you. So farming is a very lucrative business. So before going out, the back door to anywhere for looking for a green pasture, you can get it into poultry farming. And not only into poultry farming, you can see, even watermelon, papayas. You get a lot of money from all these things.
Vegetables,
bananas,
fruits.
vegetables. So farming is a very lucrative business. So I urge youths, let they venture into farming business.
rather than to go into the
agro
back door with someone
entrepreneur.
like-
Yeah. That's is the future of Africa.
It's the future of Africa.
It's the future of
and
Africa.
I think if we all look into that, because we are 1.2 billion
Yeah.
population in Ghana. That is
Definitely.
1.2 billion market.
Just imagine now how much the food is expensive. But imagine, at least even 20% of, young people embark into, business, in the farming business.
Agro-business.
At least, the price of food will be a little bit decreased. So definitely, I think it's right time, people look, to farming as something, a serious business, a commercial business. Not just a farming,
Not
just to feed yourself,
yeah.
but to feed your nation, to feed your people.
To feed your country, to
Yeah.
feed your city.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you do feed your city, I do feed my
your
city,
city.
and this one do my.
Then things will be more cheaper. Just imagine, if you go to, diaspora in
Yeah.
America or in Europe,
Yeah, of course.
their basic food are the cheapest. But for us, our basic foods are
And
the
expensive one.
Why
Why?
is that?
While we are asking
Why?
why.
Yes. Why? Because we see it as backwarded. We don't see it as something. I think also the mindset of most young people is to make other people look good. But you know that you are not doing well what you are doing. But as long as people thinking
See
that
you
you
that
are
you are
doing
doing well.
then that is fine for you. You are there to please others instead of yours.
No way.
So with that mindset need to be changed. If not, we will be still we
We'll still
we are
be
we,
where
yeah
are,
who we are.
or
Yeah.
even go down.
Exactly, and which is very unfortunate.
If you had opportunity
Yeah.
to become one of the leaders of Africa,
Yes.
what will you have changed in Africa?
Food self-sufficient, number one. It's very, very important.
Again.
Food self-sufficient.
Full self-sufficiency.
Yeah, because that's very, very important, because as long as, you are not in control of what you eat, my brother, you are still not living.
Do you agree with Marcus Garvey that he said, a nation that cannot feed itself or cannot provide or even distribute things in its own people, for his own people,
Yeah.
it's a weak nation? Do you believe
Definitely, that's what is happening to us.
So
Just look at it.
Africa
Africa.
that? It's a weak nation.
Because we cannot feed ourselves, and it's right time we change that direction to feed ourselves. Number one, that's the first step of development, to feed ourselves
And feed your own people.
Look
To
at
feed your home.
Look, the what we produce here is better for our people, and whoever tastes it, they all confess it. They said it. That's the reality. Even the rice we produce here is more tasty than the one coming from Europe or Asia or wherever. The same chicken, the same, eggs, the same, meat, the same. So definitely, I think we need to look. We need to look into agribusiness. Agribusiness, is something we can lead Africa into a better place.
The last question.
Yeah.
What do you want the Gambian government to do for you, the agri or to the poultry farmers? You may hear it one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What do you want?
no, the Gambian government, what they need to look into the private sectors, because they take ownership. You understand? So as for us, if you come here before someone support, we've been there with our life-saving money and everything, invest into something which is very serious. So whoever support comes, you just push. You've already found it in us already. So if Gambian government support us, then meaning that they are supporting their own people. I have almost 13 employees here. You see, they are all elderly people, family people, and they have a very
basically,
good pay.
You are creating employment.
Exactly. And the more we expand, the more we create more employees. You understand? So they need to look into private sectors as well. Not only into public sector. Private sector also can create more jobs for the people. Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
brother.
welcome.
Thank you for your time. I've taken your time, but I think it's a message that it will reach all over as we had a platform that we are been given opportunity to sell ourselves.
Yes. No, it's worth it, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother. Keep watching Kwaminat TV, like, subscribe, and share us. I'm with my brother here. We are all hustlers. I basically say I've grown up in Germany, and he, 18, 20 years of his life in Italy. What we are trying to mean is we want you to come back home, and if you are youth and you plan to travel over there, look into your place, look into what is in your doorstep before you look into what is in your another man's doorstep. And the thing is, believe in yourself. Our problem as Africans is to believe in ourselves. I know someone may say, oh, you went there and get a capital. But I'm telling you, if we knew what we know now, we'll have not traveled.
Yes, that's true.
And also, travel are not meant to be for everyone. People lose their life on the way. Whilst if they are here, they could have done something better with their life. Keep watching Kwaminat TV. Like, subscribe, and share. And as this conversation is going on, you that are watching, leave comments. If you are a new subscriber, please subscribe and share. Or if you bump into this video on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere, kindly subscribe and share. Do me that favor and share. At least subscribe and share to about 20 people. And let the other 20 people also share to about another 20 people. Gambia, today is our day 5 in Gambia. And this is what we have got for you today. Keep watching Kwaminat TV. Like, subscribe, and share. I love you guys.